It's always a good time to book a flight, so travel 18 hours with me from Portland, Oregon, all the way to Tokyo, Japan. And I'm doing all of this in the lap of luxury, flying first class Hawaiian Airlines. So if you guys want a review of the first class cabins from the perspective of someone who's never taken first class before, so you know I'm going to give you the real tea, as well as finding out what really went down on this crazy 18-hour trip, stay tuned. As someone who's loved Japanese culture ever since I was a little kid, I couldn't think of a better place to have my first international trip. But 18 hours is kind of crazy, so I'm super happy that this actually got split into 2 parts. So it's a 5-hour trip from Portland to Honolulu, 4-hour layover, then 9+ hours from Honolulu to Tokyo. But I'm not gonna lie, the comfort and care that you get with the first class experience 100% made this trip fly by. The flight crew quite literally anticipated all of my needs, so the food was there before I even got hungry. Drinks were there before they were empty. It was amazing. It was also a little bit like they were treating me like a baby, but honestly, I didn't mind. And because I had a first class ticket, that did mean I had access to the Hawaiian Airlines Premier Lounge, which really helped the 4-hour layover to fly by. So I was definitely rejuvenated for the longer half of my trip, which was definitely a better experience. I not only had the window seat, which I'm definitely a window seat girl, but also they had this extra padding on the seats, which really made it a lot more comfortable. And I did receive all of these nice little toiletries. They did have this on the first half of the flight as well, but I feel like the ones on this one were just better. Speaking of better, the food was so much better on this flight, and it's probably because this was dinner. I did go for the Hawaiian fusion menu, and I 100% recommend, because this beef was tender, but this was just an elite experience. And I can't do this review without talking about how amazing it was that the seats fully reclined and I actually got to get a good night's rest. As soon as they turned off those lights and I got in that warm blanket, like, y'all, I was out for hours. Don't know if I could do this trip again without the first class experience, but if you have, please let me know your experience in the comments. I only had a couple of complaints the entire time. First, the bathroom was just a regular bathroom with flowers. If that matters to you, use that information. 2, they didn't have Wi-Fi on any of my flights, which I think is just a Hawaiian Airlines thing, which is a little bit annoying if you did want to get work done, especially on such a long flight. And 3, the air conditioning was air conditioning a little bit too much. Like, I'm so thankful that they had a warm blanket and I had a jacket, otherwise I would have frozen to death. All that being said, I'm incredibly grateful that I got the opportunity to fly to Tokyo, Japan on a business trip. This is a dream and a long time coming, and I have so much content that I filmed, like all of my OOTDs, shopping videos in Harajuku and Shibuya, nightlife in Shinjuku. You guys be sure to follow for more.